Welcome to Face2Face series by UniApply. Here we have discussion with principals and directors to know more about the school. Today we have Mrs. Nandini Shekhar, Principal of DPS HRIT Ghaziabad. Welcome ma'am.
Thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
What is the vision and mission of the school?
The vision of the school was to bring out the best potential of the students and give them a platform where they develop in all sense, whether it is intellectually, morally, physically. And a lot of efforts were being made to do this kind of an activity with the children where their mission is accomplished. So that was the mission. Now mission is to accomplish our vision. Whatever we have thought about the children, that should be brought into practice. For that we make a lot of planning and we design our curriculum. We are having a lot of the whole system works for the well-being and the betterment of the students. And we want our children to have a very modern outlook plus the traditional set of mindset. Because a blend of modernity with tradition is something which our children should be aware of, and they should not forget their roots, and they have to tread forward in whatever sphere of life they want to go. So it is basically develop them morally, cognitive, in a cognitive aspect as well as physically. That is the main motto which we want to achieve through our children, and that is what the motto of the school.
Talking about outlook, I would also like to know that what is the outlook of school with relation to technology, adaptation of technology, and with what is going on around us.
The world has changed a lot, and we need to embrace whatever, and adaptability is one point which we human beings have, where we change ourselves according to the needs of the society. And in today's technological era, it is very important that our children should know what the technology can do for them and how they can avail technology into their day-to-day life so that the success is at their door.
So there might be lot of changes that you made in your own process during this pandemic, and teachers even and students have adapted to that. So what are these changes that took place in the school's process and teaching methods?
The way pandemic had hit us, it was something very surprising for us. We were not prepared for that. But being the stakeholders, it became a paramount duty that how the education has to be carried on. And when the lockdown was there and our session was about to begin, so the main task for us was how are we going to teach the students? Because we all were new in this field, we were not aware about online. We had made PPTs, we were familiar with internet, everything, but still getting into a completely new platform and striving to achieve our aim of educating our children became a Herculean task with us. But I should appreciate all my teachers, the management, that how we have really worked and tuned ourselves that in best possible manner our online classes could be conducted. We sat down in the evenings till night just to jot out all the plannings, and at that time admission process was also going on. And this admission process is not possible without face-to-face interaction, or maybe through where we have a normal procedure of doing admissions. And I think at that point of time UniApply came to our rescue, and they really helped us out. And the way, because that was the field where they shouldered the responsibility of getting us admissions, they offered a platform to the parents where they could find out about different schools, the virtual visit of the school, knowing about the school. So anything which was not physically possible became virtually possible for them. So at that point of time I would like to thank them for cooperating with us, and they were helpful and they supported us in that manner. Though we were also trying, but that became a medium, that was a streamlined medium which every parent would like to look into, maybe when they are surfing or they are trying to explore different schools. So UniApply, they also searched the school, and which gave them a brief and very comprehensive let out to the school, and they became aware of, the parents were made aware of us, and that is why we never faltered on the admission part also. And apart from that, technology was very well ingrained into the system. The teachers attended the workshops. There were a lot of workshops by Ficky and Eyes and all those workshops, and we made ourselves, we also conducted workshops for the teachers, and that set the ball rolling, and there was no looking back. Another fact was the way our online classes were conducted. That was a kind of a very exhilarating situation for us, because our parents were very happy. They appreciated us, they sent letters to us, they appreciated the teachers, and the teachers, students also were very happy, because every day if they are sitting at home without any outside exposure, that was very difficult for the children. So these online classes were a let out for them. Emotionally also, they connected with the teachers. We showed them, we did all the programs, all the events that were scheduled for the session that were done virtually. So children prepared online. So it was a time well spent. I'll not say it was a futile wastage of time. It was a time well spent where the children were part of the school curriculum as it was a physical school. Though we were missing out physically, but they cooperated, and the parents were also very happy, and they were gaga over the whole situation. And that gave me a satisfaction that learning did not take a back seat. It went on.
Right.
So maybe the situation comes where you are not able to, you are at a crossroads, but sometimes we have to pave a path for that. So which was very beautifully done by us. And I think all schools have done it. Commendable job by all the schools. I cannot praise my school only. Every school was
all
a
the
part of it.
teachers have taken
And
that pain
teachers
and
have
effort.
really done a Herculean. We are like this was the time when the teachers have proven themselves that they are no less than anybody if any situation comes which has to be handled.
As schools are reopened now and students are coming back to school and back in campus, so what are your steps for them?
See, first of all, we are very happy the schools are open now. Secondly is that children have learnt a lot during this pandemic. Some of them have, the education took a back seat, but it has bounced back so beautifully, which is worth our praise. So the excitement that we have of opening the school, because lifeline of the school, all the schools are the children. If the children are not there, these empty corridors without any hustle buzz sound or maybe buzz inside them doesn't make any sense to us. So it is just like spending our time in futility. We had a very elaborate program because we were also geared up and we were looking forward for the children to come to school. And one thing which I have done is, as soon as the children will come to school, they will keep their bags in the classes and they'll go out in the ground, and there is a 20 minutes of exercises. So exercises are from aerobics to yoga, PT, everything. Physical, they need to have a good breathing, they need to have stretching, and that gives a very positive beginning of the day. After that, the children come to the school. Now they understand the role of hygiene also. So children are conscious enough that they have to wash their hands. So their sanitizers, everything, they are being placed at proper places. The spacious classrooms are there. Now what I have done is that I have increased the number of sections in my school. Reason being because we are now, even if a child has a common cold, we become little afraid of it. It sends us shivers. So if the children are sitting in an open environment away from each other, so that fear of infection will not be there. We are also equally important is the safety and security of the children. So that for that CCTV cameras are installed at different places, and we capture the whole school, and in my office only there is a complete structure which gives me the picture of the whole school. Games period, sports is something which is keenly being done for these sessions, because I feel that what children have missed out most is their physical activities.
Right.
So I want, and they want it, whenever there is a substitution period, I send my children out. For that I have kept extra teachers. Swimming is there, let them swim. Go to the shooting club, table tennis, badminton, whatever sport they want to do it, let them do it. Let them be physically involved in the school. Even my canteen menu is very well stipulated. Every day there is something where the children do not eat junk, but they have a good idli sambar or maybe kadhi chawal, rajma chawal. So good food items are being kept so that children are happy and they build a happy this thing. Another very crucial thing which I have talked about to the teachers is that the emotional well-being. So the teacher has will now take a role of a counselor also, where she has to motivate, guide them, because some of the children have lost their parents, some have lost their near and dear ones. So the gap which is created, the teacher has to and the friends have to fill in that gap. So the class environment is made where they are involved in music, dance and quizzes. The children are involved in projects. So learning is taking in shape in various forms and sizes. Learning is not only rote memorization. It is in different forms, whether it is the children involving themselves in project-based learning, or children are doing some chapters as quiz, or they are having role plays. So the involvement of children is there, the team building is there, plus they are feeling more comfortable that they will be assessed on their acting skills rather than their written power. As far as your previous question was concerned, two things which I have taken into account is the reading and writing. For that I have made two programs. One is Creative Club for the children. It is known as Wordsworth and Golden Writers Club, where the children will be motivated to write their thoughts and feelings. Nowadays parents are busy, they are working. The teacher is only there for a certain period of time and she goes back after that. So children need to vent out their feelings. When the language is there, when the children have this power to speak and to express themselves, so there are two ways of expression. One is speaking, other is writing. So this method of reading, speaking and writing need to be developed in students.
Right.
So their writing skills will only come when they have a good reading power. So Reading to the Moon is also one of the programs which we have included in I have made it a project for the school, that every child will read a book. The teacher will try to understand, or librarian will try to understand what the book was all about, how much the child has understood. Let the child express whatever and which portions he liked, which character he liked. So the children will naturally develop that habit of reading, and it will also take them away from the mobiles and all these digital devices. And they will not more into digital games also. So this was one thing. Another thing is writing, where they will be giving a lot of creativity to their thoughts and writing us back. And we will be honoring these children. Maybe certificates will be given, or we will just see by the end of the session how they have improved, what they have done, what was the what was the graph that was there. We had a mission, how much we have achieved. Were we successful in doing whatever we thought of? So that is we have decided of doing it. And the school is taking good care, and I have got children from all areas, and because the school has created its name, and I hope that parents find it comfortable to come to my school and they feel happy. The child should feel happy, and he should take back a lot of memories, and he should take back a lot of learning and inspiration from the school, so that he can also inspire other people.
Right.
So if I am successful, naturally I'll create an aura of success around me, which others will be motivated and they'll be inspired. So same is with the kids. If they are happy and they know they have a knowledge bank with them of whatever they have learned, they have executed, so they can, that will be a stepping stone, and they can move further. They can climb the ladder of success.
Right.
Or maybe any kind of a subject or area that interests them, they will be successful in that. Because in the end, what we want success which doesn't have a definition, but still our heart desires for it.
How school is proceeding the experimental learning part?
See, any knowledge which is only bookish will never bear positive fruits. So learning by doing is something which is very important for the children, because it creates a fun element, it initiates the participation of the students. It gives a platform where they are mentally involved, mentally and physically involved, and it also gives them a sense of achievement.
Right.
Because if they have innovated something, if they have experimented something, so they feel a kind of a satisfaction that this is my achievement.
Right.
Which is again a platform for them to go in the field of innovation and experimentations. Because creativity and critical thinking and problem solving are all result of this experimentation. Till the time you don't give a platform to the children to be involved themselves, where they are applying their own thinking process, I think children will not be involved in any project 100%. For that, we make it a point that we have got labs for each and everything. Whether it is English lab, English lab and Hindi lab are together, which is a language lab. We have social studies lab, maths, science lab, plus physics, chemistry, all these labs are there, where the children go from class 5 onwards at time, and even the senior children, our teachers, our PGTs are told to just show them some experiment, so that they feel some other person, because when the teacher is showing them, it's fine, but when somebody of the senior cadre comes and teaches them, the children have a different feel altogether. Their learning vision or learning areas become so active that they learn to grasp, and they want to show that, sir, I can tell this, I know this, I learned this. So that excitement which has to be built up for the teaching learning process comes from the classes and from the teacher.
Right.
So how your classes are designed, what are the boards all about, how you are imparting values to the children by having different, like every month is some value day for my school, value month for my school. So this month for April, the value is tolerance. Why tolerance? Because Earth Day is there and Earth is tolerating everything. So they will do some activity on that. They will give their presentation, they will give their thoughts, there will be an assembly on it. They will keep themselves mindful about this tolerance, and they will create an anecdote if they have seen something which they can narrate in the class. So it will be like a zero period is there where the children express themselves according to for that value. It is not that it will be done 100%, but at least that awareness is created.
Right.
That mindfulness is created, that there is some word like tolerance and what is the exact meaning and how it is to be implemented and brought into our daily life.
Right.
And what story my friend told me, and how my mother at times tolerates me, my anger and all that. So these are very small observation techniques which we do with the children. Apart from that, the children are also taken some kind of a project, competitions are there, inter-house competitions or inter-school competition, where the children are told that you can make, they are given some certain things and now you have to innovate something. They are given certain papers, you have to make a collage. So we give them these platforms which are impromptu and which take them away from the book, though we'll give them something of the chapter only, so that it enhances their content knowledge. But children learn a lot through that, and that is what we love to do, and that is something which I also enjoy. Because since children don't want to be in black and white, they want some color in their life. So color, some children do want to do some virtual things. Maybe they want to design a PPT, so they are given a platform for that. So every child is being motivated and they are initiated onto different activities, because 3 activities per year is compulsory for all of them. You have to enroll yourself for 3 activities, and you have to enroll yourself for club also. And I change my club after 6 months. Suppose 6 months, one club is there. If you want to change your club, you can want to go to another club. Suppose I am in Sputnik club, which is a science club, and all of a sudden I want to go into Tansen club, which is a music club. I can go there after 6 months. So the children can, these clubs are nothing. They are basically exploring yourself.
Right.
So that should be the mission of the school, that the children should be able to know that who am I, what I like, what I am weak at, what are my strengths. So these children don't understand. So when these things are done, they gradually start grasping. And one thing which is very important, they become observant and they are mindful about that.
How is this school different or is differentiating itself from other schools in the territory?
I think all the schools do a good job, and what I feel about my school is that this school is a very happy-go-lucky school. It is a school with a heart and a soul. The compassion, the passion, the empathy, the value system, I believe a lot in that. I want my children to be happy, first of all, because happiness is another doorway to positive attitude. So that is one thing. The infrastructure of the school. The school infrastructure is spacious classes, they are well ventilated. The classes are AC rooms, but I am not making it too cold also, it's a comfortable air-cooled classes. Apart from that, every class has a smart board, which most of the schools do have. The playgrounds offer a wholesome activities to the students where they are being professionally trained by the coaches. Suppose my children are very good in football, so a special coach comes for the football and he will train those children. TT, anything, whichever sport, different sports teacher come and they train the students. Another thing is, which is very important in my school, is that every time that the 5 to 6 hours of the school are so constructive and they are so result oriented that we plan out our curriculum in a way which is wholesome, first of all, which benefits the child, where the child is learning the life skills and enjoying the process of learning, and the fun activities which are there is something which my children enjoy. You won't believe that the day the children came to the school, some of the children were crying, the nursery children, but those children, those who are part of the school, they say, "Ma'am, we don't want to go back home, we want to be in this school." So the kind of activities that we do, it is not for the sake of heck of doing it. Every activity has got a motto behind it. What are the skills the child will learn? And who are the children, those who are going to participate? Maybe I am not very good in oral skills, I need to develop that. So I will be led to join a club, or a middle teachings are there, which we have it on Saturdays, and they are known as subject enhancement classes, which I really focus on. I don't want my children to go for tuitions. I want my children to be well equipped in the school only, that they go back home and they have grasped the knowledge, and if they have any problem, they are free to discuss with the teachers. The robotics which is there, so the children are keenly involved in that. AI. We have kits for children, where the children are involving in lot of exploration, innovation. Experiential learning is a part of the school.
Right.
This is something which I have told my teachers, that unless and until the concept of a particular chapter is not clear, particular concept is not clear to the children, the chapter cannot be done. So the basic concepts should be built up in the child, and that effort the teacher takes. Maybe they have an integrated approach, or they are going for multi-approaches, multidisciplinary approaches, where they see the different traits of the children and work accordingly. And when we give, by the end of the session, when we give a profile of the student, we write down everything, that how the child and where the child can excel. Because all of a sudden, when children come to 9-10, they have to decide now we will be deciding the subject and which stream we want, and they are in a state of confusion. So that thing we try to do from classes 4th, 5th onwards. The teachers give a complete profile to the teacher, the next class teacher, so that the child can be worked upon. So that is one thing which we we hone the skills of the children.
Right.
We work for their betterment. The weaker children, even one thing I would like to tell you, that the question paper that we make for assessing this, assessment is a very important, because it is testing for us also, that how we have taught, was it rewarding, or we have missed out on something. So but the classes have got varied intelligences. It is not that children are into the same peg hole. They are different, like we have different shapes and sizes, different flowers, so the children are also different. So we work out even the question papers according to the children, those who are bright enough and those who need to be challenged, and children those who are in the average group, and that kind of a paper where we play with 5 marks in that. And the weaker children are given that benefit of 5 marks, where they are given a little simpler, so that the children can really feel confident that I am able to achieve. If you just tell the child that you are not worth it, the child will start assuming that I am not worth it. We tell them that you are capable of doing it. So if you will put in little more effort, you can be a little better than what you are. So you have to compete with yourself first of all. That is my agenda for the children. Don't have this competition that child is getting. You have to see your potential, you have to work on your potential. Your teachers are there to guide you, to assist you, and to help you in any whatever form you want them to do it.
Thank you, ma'am, for being here and explaining us so much about the school. I am very sure that this will be very insightful for all the parents. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.